conference title. 2K Sports presents Game 4. Will we see it even up, or will it go to 3-1? This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. You look at the Spurs. Wow, they're in a precarious spot, aren't they? Down 2-1 in this best of 7.
Yeah, but if they win tonight, it's a whole new series. If they lose, though, they will have dug a huge hole for themselves. So I expect this to be like a Game 7 mindset on the floor. We should see their best.
And the basket by Vassell.
And this coaching staff would love to see more of that. Vassell taking it to the rim.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Spurs passing it around. Shoots over Dort. The shot by Wembanyama, no good. And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. The conversation quickly turned to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who coach called a problem. He's fast, he's strong, he's smart with the ball, coach said, so our defense is going to be working overtime to keep up with him, but we will keep up with him. Coach thinks his guys are up for the challenge tonight. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish, they trust one another, and when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
And Wembanyama gets it to go.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Outside, Dort, and that comes off the assist by SGA.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. And the basket by Castle.
I love that basket from Castle. Heady play from the rookie.
Outside, Dort, a three, and the three ball is good. Dort's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Thunder.
Yeah, defensively, you just have to be better than that. You know he's a very good three-point shooter.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wembanyama's got 9 points.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Mitchell, he's jumped in for Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Joe. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
No problems knocking that one down. Joe's got his second basket of the game.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
And that one's good, Champagny.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Hits it from three-point range.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Fox. And it's 13 points for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And we welcome you back to Game 4 on 2K Sports. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute.
Mitchell outside. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Wallace. Three-pointer's off the mark.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC, another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Castle finds Barnes. It's good. Barnes has got his first basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Joe. The Thunder with another miss. For San Antonio, they've got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Johnson outside. Fires the three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
When Johnson's feeling it from range, he can be lethal.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. On the Spurs with some changes. Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Fox in for Harper. And then for Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, you take it right at them, and if they block the shot, fine, but you can't back down.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
Castle, no one around him. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Fox finds Cornette. Nobody near Barnes. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
They retain possession. Holmgren. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Williams comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Cason Wallace. And that one's good, Champagny.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
And they pick up 2. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the basket by Castle.
And the potential Castle has is intriguing. When he's scoring like this, you wonder how dominant he can be moving forward.
Williams with the ball, and it's Vassell picking him up. That's good from Williams on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. With the drive, Vassell finds Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Champagnie's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Spurs.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Thanks for joining us for Game 4. At the half, some ground to make up for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no risk.
Taking a look at the Spurs in this series. When you think about the series, Shaq, do they need to win this game?
Yes, Ernie, if they lose this one, they are in a serious hole.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half.
What an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. We've seen Stephon Castle having a really great game.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
I wouldn't want to have to be out there trying to keep up with them. It's really difficult when he shows you this kind of energy offensively.
There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Champagnie's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Spurs. Here's Dort. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Holmgren can't hit. San Antonio leading by 10. It's Vassell on the wing. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Off target from outside. Oklahoma City's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside.
I like when Dort seeks out his offense, using that athleticism well there on the drive.
Tim the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Good on the bucket. Vassell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Spurs.
Now, I'm not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Under trailing by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. That's good, and SGA with the assist. And that's 13 points for Williams.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Drains the three-pointer.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
1:56 left in the third. Great open look there. Champagne's got 6 points in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Jalen Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Cason Wallace in for Dort. And that one's good, Champagne.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part. Now, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
1:25 left in the third quarter. Castle on the wing. Spurs working the ball around now. For three, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Thunder, Carlson's checked in, and Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Holmgren. And Fox gets it to go.
And he gives up pounds to a lot of guys defending him, but that has never kept Fox from being in attack mode.
Joe can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 10. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 12.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Barnes with it. Now defended by Wiggins. And Harrison Barnes gets the three. 8 points for him.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
Harper wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
He got it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Spurs lead by 13. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
And here's Harper from the arc.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
Here's Joe. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams comes in for Cason Wallace. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. That one falls.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside. San Antonio leading by 7. Now Dort. Let's lose a 3. He drills the three.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
And their all-around play has been the key to chipping away at this deficit.
Hartenstein with the rebound. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. The shot is good!
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they've closed the gap, and now they're trying to get this to a one-possession game.
Wembanyama reels it in. The Spurs have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for the Thunder. All right, here's Williams. Launches it. A three-pointer. Good.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Well, you would think by now they would have learned their lesson defensively. You have to stay connected to him.
The three is off. Thunder trailing by 4. And Williams, here we go. And he banks the layup in.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that with one of his shots falling.
And the way he's scoring is impressive. He's doing it with great efficiency.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Here's SGA to tie it up. Trained from outside.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Castle. Hartenstein with the rebound.
The defense doing just enough there to affect that shot.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
It's stolen by Hartenstein. Williams off the glass.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
And that's why coaches hate live ball turnovers. Quite often, they lead to great opportunities the other way.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a 3 here and then count on them to miss free throws.
It's in!
That is a big-time shot from Vassell. This guy is a gamer.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try to extend the game.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And does the pressure affect you? Nope, not that time. Not for players who practice these moments. Well executed.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Wembanyama rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to